I'm really grateful that one thing led to the next, and I did end up getting the opportunity to tell this story, to be involved in the telling of the story, or if anything, documenting Winfred and Shirley telling their stories, because not growing up in a very racially diverse community myself. I was born in Idaho. I grew up in the Midwest in Iowa. It's one thing to know a little bit about our history or to have, heard it in textbooks, but to feel what a personal and lived experience is of going through that kind of racial violence completely transformed me. I mean, it took all of the things that I think we know and forced me to go on a much deeper journey of learning about history, about how white supremacist culture is very much within a lot of my worlds and the documentary world, and actively work on that and be a part of addressing that. And, the actors that were in Shirley's funeral as well, we only featured a couple snippets of two of them because the funeral itself obviously went on for 3 days, so we were pulling together little bits. But their stories too, I mean, the way that the actors brought to life the stories of those who were lynched was also just really emotional for me, and I think emotional for a lot of people. And that's what I wanted to bring forth. I just wanted to help people feel that emotion that I felt that transformed me, and to understand how real and traumatic this can be, and try to do it in a way that didn't just wasn't overly exploitive too. It's probably the most amazing experience I've ever gone through as a filmmaker.
When you go to funerals, when that body is being lowered into the ground, just before it finally go down, the minister stands and he take some dirt and he just throw it on the casket. He says, there's a saying that he has, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. It's first earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. And they say that as the casket is going down. And I said, so many that was lynched and massacred never got the ashes to ashes. It's not only for the dead, out of respect and remembrance of them, but for the living, because families never got that chance. They were not allowed that. But Winfred's story is amazing. I mean, from being on a plantation at the age of, running away from a plantation at the age of 14. Some people said there can't be no plantations now. Plantations, everybody didn't leave the plantation. And some left and came back. And so the lady that raised him lived on that plantation. So I think, yes, did it shock me that someone was alive? Yes. I was amazed that I was able to find him and his story. I learned a lot from him. I did not know there was 3 stages to lynching. Lynching him, he was at the first stage. And in the South, they tie hogs by their hind legs. And then they tied, men especially, by the hind legs so they could move their sexual organs. And that was the first part they was doing for him. Then after that, they noosed him. So you see people, when you look at those photographs again of people that's been lynched, you'll see maybe a sheet or something in front of them to cover up the fact they moved all of their sexual organs. So the second part is to noose them. And he said he didn't understand why they would noose them, because after they remove their sexual organs, they basically have bled to death. And then the third is that they put gasoline on them and they set them on fire.